A murder most foul with many still unwilling to accept. Can a mother really kill her toddler child? Suchna Seth, who's now been under arrest by the Goa police, has been charged with killing her 4-year-old toddler son. One of the reasons, as it appears prima facie, she did not want the husband or the ex-husband basically to get the custody of this child. Now, we are getting more murky details coming in from what appears to be a strained marital relationship that led to the loss of life of a child, a 4-year-old son. Now, according to the lawyers, Suchna Seth's AI startup, of which she was allegedly the CEO, it was her own startup in artificial intelligence. The startup doesn't even exist, and she was dabbling between multiple professions and multiple occupations to earn a living. According to the lawyer, Suchna and husband's divorce, as was believed earlier to have happened in 2020, has not happened on paper, where of course it is confirmed that they are officially separated. Suchna had got married in 2010. Son was born in 2019. The couple separated, according to her, by 2020. So the year after the child was born, the couple had separated after 10 years of marriage. But it appears divorce not officially on paper. And because of the couple's strained relationship, allegedly, she's now been charged of killing her son. That little child you see in the pictures, of course, we have blurred the identity of the victim. But to imagine that and what led her to take this extreme step. Sagai Raj is joining me for the latest on that. Sagai, put us this in perspective. Many are questioning, and I'm a mother myself and of a child of a similar age. It's absolutely unimaginable that a woman could take a step like that, and yet Suchna Seth has been charged with the same. What are the investigators looking at this of a reason that led her to take this step? Because there are a lot of details. She wasn't even a CEO of a startup that didn't exist, because as it appeared, she appeared to be a successful career woman, Sagai.
Absolutely. She is one amongst those 100 women who were successful and who were brilliant and recognized in the year 2021 by one of those worldwide platform. And after that, she had self-claimed that she is a CEO of a Mindful.ai company, and she was trying to establish company in Massachusetts as well as in Bengaluru. And when we try to check out, there is no company which has been existing. The last time she came to that particular office was 2021, and it was a co-working place. And apart from that, what we get to learn is from the police department that they are also verifying about her personal details. And the address which she has shared, it is the address of her husband, and she had come there 6 months ago. And they are also checking her mindset, whether there was any kind of distress or stress that she was going there was any kind of stress that she was going through because of this process of divorce which is going on in the court, whether she was unhappy with this particular procedure which has been followed in the court, and what actually transpired for her to take this particular decision, because she wanted to execute this particular murder. She brought the son to Goa and took him to a resort and stayed there and killed him. And the last photograph that she shared on Instagram clearly shows that she was quite depressed. What's going to happen with the son? Whether he's going to be with her or with him, or any other verdict which might come from the court. So probably she was mentally disturbed with all those things, and that is one of the reasons why she might have done this. What we also get to learn from our police sources is she also tried to commit suicide by cutting her hand, but later on she decides against that, packs the body in the luggage and goes to Bengaluru. Remember, while coming, she might have taken a different transport, different mode of transport. But while going back to Bangalore, she hired a car where she agreed to pay huge amount of money to drop her in Bengaluru. And that's when she gets caught, because the police gets the details of the car and asks the car driver to take her to the nearest police station in Chitradurga, and later on she was being arrested.
Because what Sagai is stating is very important. We can look at the mental health concerns, if there was any sort of depression, clinical depression she was going through, or any other concern that may have led her to take this step. But the fact remains, after the murder, she took the child's body, kept in a bag, and tried to change locations and went and tried to flee. So she was clearly well within her mind to be able to change cars, hire cars, to be able to travel different locations, to try and escape the situation. And with the details now coming in on this, considered as the CEO of an artificial intelligence startup called Mindful AI Lab, she was Suchana Seth is her name, based in Bengaluru, arrested in Chitradurga after she was charged with murdering her 4-year-old child in a North Goa apartment. Doctors have revealed that if there was any sort of item that could have been used, it could have been, for example, a locally available towel or a pillow. But, and I give viewer discretion here as I speak, the disturbing details are the vein on boy's face popped up due to the pressure of the strangulation, eventually leading to the loss of his life. Sources have now told India Today that Suchana, in the latest interrogation that's happening, was reportedly unhappy after a court order allowed the estranged husband might seek custody of the son and get it. She apparently planned to kill the child a day before the scheduled meeting with her ex-husband. The couple had married in 2010, parted ways by 2020. The child was born in 2019.
He has been strangulated by mostly by smothering, and he has died because of strangulation.
So was there any weapon that was used? Did you find any blood
Weapon,
marks?
I think he has used some material to compress his chest, neck. Okay. Mostly commonly available things are this pillow or something. By that he has compressed his neck.
Okay. So when you check the body, how many hours do you think has passed since the passing?
What?
Since you checked the body, how many hours do you think has passed since the boy's death?
He doesn't have any rigor mortis. In India, rigor mortis remains for 36 hours after death. So now he doesn't have any rigor mortis in any parts of the body. So mostly more than 36 hours has passed.
So, but then when we took a look at those heartbreaking visuals, we saw veins pop up on some parts of the body.
These are the signs of smothering. That means strangulation. When you compress neck, so the veins of the chest or lower parts of the body and also the head and neck, they will not drain. The blood will stop there. So because blood stops there, the veins get engorged. Even congestion of the face and even other parts also occurs.
But otherwise no blood marks on the body, sir?
No blood marks.
After the murder of a 4-year-old boy in Goa, police are verifying the details shared by Suchana Seth in Bengaluru as well as in Goa. What we get to learn through our sources is that Suchana Seth shared her residence address as Unished Teresa near Tanisandra. And what we get to learn from our police sources, apart from this, she has also shared her official address, that is her registered office address in MG Road. When we checked in MG Roads in her registered office, the security as well as the officials of that particular building said that it was a co-working space and she had never visited after the registration in the year 2021. Many things which has been shared by Suchana Seth either on social media or police subject to verification. With the journalist Shivu Sagaraj reporting for India Today, Bengaluru.
The sickening cold-blooded murder by the mother of a 4-year-old has sent shockwaves across the entire country. The mother had taken her 4-year-old son to Goa for a one-day stay, and that's when she has mercilessly and ruthlessly strangulated her 4-year-old son to death. And why? Because she did not want her son to meet her estranged husband. The couple had married in 2010, following which there was a divorce 4 years back, and a child was born, and the mother did not want the boy to meet his father, which led to her strangulating the boy to death. And right after killing her own son, she has tried to kill herself by slitting her wrist, failing which she decided to pack up her dead son in a luggage and head straight to Bangalore to abscond. And that's when the Chitradurga police, that is the Ayamangalam police, have apprehended her after a notification from Goa police, and the body of the 4-year-old son is in the mortuary where we are at, and the woman who killed her own son is with Goa police. With camera person Madhuar, this is Anaga Keshav reporting for India Today from Hiriyur.
A mother and a child's bond is most precious. What could have led Suchana Seth as she's now charged with of killing her 4-year-old child and with strangulation. According to initial prima facie information coming in, it appears that she feared her estranged husband, who she had divorced with, at least with initial information coming in, may seek custody via the court of the child. So she did not want the boy to go to the estranged husband, and that has led to her taking this extreme step. Now, this murder took place day before she planned. There was a scheduled meeting with the ex-husband that was happening, and just a day before that, in Goa, where she was residing in one of the service apartments, she took this step and then tried to flee towards Karnataka. Husband was in Indonesia at the time. There was a video call that had been done with the son on 7th of January. And just a day later, little he were to know that the child was going to be no more. The couple had tied the knot in 2010. They parted ways in 2020, so it was a 10-year-long marital relationship. According to Suchna, they had divorced on paper, but there are legal references coming in that it was not on paper that they had divorced yet. They are definitely separated. He was an estranged husband. 10 years of marriage. The child was born in 2019. 4 years. This woman now accused of killing the child. Sagai Raj is now joining me. He's tracking all the latest on that. Sagai, I also want the viewer to understand, while, of course, we're not going to put a conjecture what exactly led her to do it, that's what the investigators are doing, and whether this was a mental health concern or much worse. But the fact that she tried to flee, she took the body, tried to flee, managing to eventually get caught. How did the police realize something is off and she needs to be arrested?
So we need to appreciate the awareness of that particular hotel where she was staying, because the receptionist asked Sushna that while coming you had a kid. Now while checking out, where is the kid? And she told the receptionist that she has dropped the kid in one of the relatives' place, and while going she will pick the kid on their way. But when the housekeeping person went to the room and saw there was blood stains on the floors, probably when she tried to cut her hand, she would have left her blood stains over there. She wouldn't have cleaned properly. So the housekeeping person immediately called up the receptionist and informed him about the blood stains. And the receptionist immediately called the police control room and alerted the police that there was a lady who came with a kid, and now she doesn't have a kid. And we also noticed the blood stains in the room. And the police checked the CCTV footage, got the vehicle number, the vehicle that she traveled, and called the driver, spoke to him in Konkani, because they doesn't want this girl to know what was the conversation between the driver and the cops. So they conveyed to the driver in Konkani, saying that she is one of the accused. We suspect that she might be a murder suspect. So take her to the nearest police station, and he was close to Chitradurga at that point of time. Then that driver cooperated with the police and diverted the vehicle to Aymangala police station and stopped there. And the SP of Goa spoke to the SP of Chitradurga, and they worked together, cooperated. And when the Aymangala police station opened the luggage, that's when they found the dead body of the kid in the luggage bag. Immediately, Goa police rushed to Chitradurga, arrested her, and they took back to Goa. Now she is there for 6 days police custody, and police are interrogating further. The Goa cops are here in Bangalore as well. Yesterday they visited
excellent
our office.
work.
That's
an excellent coordination that Sagai is telling us about, that it was the alertness of a housekeeping staff member who alerts the receptionist of the hotel, who alerts the police, who managed to get in touch with the driver, who somehow is told clearly to turn around and ensure the location. She could be a suspect. She came with the child is not there, blood stains are. Because if this woman had fled, managed to dispose of the body, we would have never known if the child was even alive or dead, or what happened. And we've seen in prior cases of then there is no closure coming in. So it was a constant chain trail from a hotel staff member on to the driver itself, and how the police coordinated from Karnataka to Goa to ensure that this woman is caught. At least that now the body of the child has been found as well. A disturbing story there, and we'll try and get you the details of what's coming in now that the body has reached the doctors. Sagai, I want to thank you for now. And I want to give a viewer discretion here, because when the medical reports surfaced, and imagine we're talking about a 4-year-old child here, according to the autopsy report details, the child was strangled and, as in medical terms is called, smothered to death. Now, did she do it herself? According to the medical experts bringing in with the information, the hands were not used. So she didn't directly strangulate the child, but used locally available items possibly to smother the child. And it breaks my heart to say this, as I do, that when the startup that she's talking about and it was functional, it was the child's vein had popped up on the face that led to the death eventually. Now, these are the locally available items that are, according to the hotel apartments, that have been used to possibly that she could find around to kill her own child. These are charges right now, and of course they'll be looking at further on what exactly happened. The murder took place 36 hours ago, and of course there'll be further details that will be done by the medical experts as well. No rigor mortis or stiffening in the body that usually happens, but it is, remember, at least with the body found, that further details can be now ascertained, because otherwise this woman, appearing as a successful career woman on the surface, would have just got away with the body and would have never been able to have been caught for killing her own child.